Well, good fine afternoon, fellow YouTubers. So, we have a mixture of Crown Royal Black and the last can of Ham's beer. Cheers. Salacha, salute. So, Sydney Watson watched the Netflix movie Cuties so the rest of us wouldn't have to. And she made a video about it. And this is just one of those Sydney Watson videos you need to have alcohol for because it's so weak. And the fact that there are people out there defending this movie is a bit disconcerting to say the least. Let me ask you this. If you were talking about drugs and alcohol to your kids, would you force feed them cocaine and a couple shots of Jack Daniels to make them understand why drugs and alcohol can be bad for you? No, you wouldn't. If you're talking to your kid about the dangers of alcohol, you certainly wouldn't let them sip on this stuff, would you? This Crown Royal Black. Or the X amount of shooters that I've had beforehand. Not gonna lie, a couple of fans were stopping to hang out and visit with me, and they'll give me a little bit of alcohol. Appreciate it. Don't have to, but you know. Holy Toledo, Batman. And, yeah, alcohol is going to be needed for this because this is a lot to take in. And I may get called out for bitching about this because, and the thing I'm bitching about is we do live in an overly sexual society. Says the guy who got a YouTube strike for his Valentine's Day video. Fuck you. Considering that I already age restricted that video and it still got flagged. Yeah. My trolls were jealous that I got to make money off of that, so they were just like, well, I'm gonna flag his video. I'll show him. I got like a 2-week ban for making videos on YouTube for doing that, and I'm like, really? And yet somehow, my Valentine's Day video was told that's not allowed, but the movie Cuties is totally allowed. I'm confused. If I go on YouTube dancing in a pair of European style underwear and playing guitar, YouTube throws a fucking fit if it's flagged, and somehow that's not allowed. But shows like Cuties are totally allowed because they're trying to expose certain things. YouTube society just makes me want to drink half the time. I tell you what. It's not an excuse to drink, but I tell you what.
It's not good. Not good at all.
Hey, if you know Sydney Watson, you know that theme.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to my channel. This video is sponsored by Surfshark.
Cowabunga, dude. Oh, Surfshark.
So hooray. So just a side note before we jump in, I know I don't usually bleep words out of videos, but I might do that in this case just so that YouTube doesn't punish me. So just be aware and just understand I'm not doing this to sound like Biden.
All men and women created by Go, you know the thing.
So, with that being said, by now the majority of you probably will have seen or heard about the French film Cuties.
Nope. 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 Shane and Hannah, nope. Just nope. You know when you hear Squirmy and Grubs on their YouTube channel and Hannah's just like, nope. Yeah, this is a justifiable nope. Oh, it's just not enough, barely enough alcohol to help me cope with this. The fact that this is a conversation we have to have. I'm sitting here like, are you fudging kidding me right now? I'll admit sometimes I swear too much on my YouTube channels, and there's just certain videos where it's just not needed. But if you're offended by cussing and not offended by the movie Cuties, you're part of the problem. You dumb motherfucker.
I actually watched it the other night, specifically so that I could save you guys the trouble of watching it yourselves.
I never wanted to watch it, Sydney, to be quite honest. That shit grossed me out the second I heard about it, and it pissed me off that that's even a movie. And they're sitting there going, oh, well, it's to bring awareness that children are being overly sexualized in our society. Okay, you can do a video and movie about it without sexualizing children in the process. That's just fucking disgusting, dude. Holy shite. Ridiculous. The girls in that movie are 11 years old enough to go to Hogwarts, and you're sitting there making videos of a video about them doing that shit. You know, I agree with Sydney Watson 1000% in this video. I'll drink to that. I watched the whole video and I was like, yeah, this is one where Sydney's just telling it like it is. And at this point, it's kind of hard to disagree with her on this one, whether you support her or not. I know a lot of my fans are just like, oh my god, he's doing another Sydney Watson video response. Extreme, exaggerated eye roll. You know, and that's just it. Like, you see Miley Cyrus twerking on camera, and a bunch of girls who idolize her and look up to her think that's how women are supposed to behave. So now that's why you see underage girls twerking, is because you see a bunch of the adult women that these underage girls look up to doing it, and that's why you see it. You want to say that's too far, but it's the truth. You know? And that's just it. Like, men are no different in that aspect. If we see men we idolize growing up, we start to act like them. For me, honestly, Danny Filth and Ozzy Osbourne are my two biggest idols in music. I sat there and I said, you know what, I want to shriek like Danny Filth. That'd be sick. It took a minute to master, but You know, there's several videos of me doing it. That was a bit raspy, to be honest. But that's beside the point. Like, this Netflix show is so inappropriate, it just makes me sick to my fucking stomach, man. I don't really have any mix per se for the rest of this bottle, but I don't need mix to drink it. It's just gonna burn like a bitch. And that would make more sense than the crap that's going on in our crazy, fucked up world, let me tell you.
But if you don't know what it is, the film is essentially about an 11-year-old girl who is trying to navigate her strict religious home life and the twerking dance crew, for lack of a better term, that she joined out in the real world. So it's basically an hour and a half of kids dancing inappropriately while the camera zooms in on their body parts. You know, basically pedo stuff. Now the...
Why? Why? No. Ew. Dude. Why is that a fucking... No. Why is that a fucking movie in the first place? Disgusting, to quote SS Sniper Wolf. A bunch of 11-year-old girls twerking in skimpy outfits, and then the camera zooms into their genitalia while doing it? No. No, 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 no. Hell no. Why? Oh my god, dude. This is ridiculous. The fact that Netflix even allowed this. Believe me, by the time you get done watching this video, you're going to be pissed at our society like I am right now. Let's set that rest of that, because that's the last of the Crown Royal in the cup right there. And we'll set that down for a second. Grab my tobacco pipe. Load me some fresh tobacco.
The obvious and majority criticism of this film so far is that depicting little girls like this is completely inappropriate, and we should be paying closer attention.
No shit! YouTube. Depicting little girls like that is extremely inappropriate. No shit. Instead of teaching other little girls that, hey, you don't need your body to get noticed by society. You can become a strong, independent woman just by becoming a scientist, a firefighter, a police officer, a chemist. All these jobs out there that you could do. You don't need to use your body to get noticed. Now, here's the best part of it. Women will bitch because society has this overly sexualized view of women. But if you're allowing sick fucks at Netflix to go, hey, this movie right here, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? You're continuing the problem while bitching about it. Like, seriously, the movie Cuties is pretty much targeted towards pedophiles and 11-year-old boys. Only tobacco pipe I got, which I don't mind, honestly. Yeah. Get everyone clogged so I can have me some tobacco. Watch out.
To pedophilia and the hypersexualization of children, all of which we will get into. But first, let's hear from the sponsor of today's video, Surfshark, before we delve into this hellscape of a topic. Do you hate when this happens?
Oh no, someone hacked my insecure public Wi-Fi connection and stole all my Danny DeVito photos.
Or when this happens?
Oh no, my Nigerian prince did not wire me $1 million even after I gave him my bank information.
Or even when this happens.
Yes, Mr. FBI man, sometimes I look up cats on the internet. But no, I don't want to go to a cat cafe with you, Lionel.
If these things have happened to you, then you probably need a VPN. You see, with a VPN like Surfshark, your IP address is masked and your data is encrypted, making it much harder for your FBI agent to stalk you and prevents bad people from gathering your personal information. But Surfshark isn't just for online security.
You can use it to watch movies and TV shows and access restricted content and applications from specific countries.
Head over to surfshark.deal/Sydney for 83% off and 3 extra months free. Surfshark also offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk in trying it out. So click the link in the description and your FBI agent will battle your Nigerian prince. Now, lately I feel like the topic of child abuse has been coming up again and again, and I'm not entirely sure if that's the case because it's COVID and there's nothing to talk about besides COVID and riots. And more riots. Over 90% of which have been peaceful, just by the way. Or if it's because we are talking about this more. Or because there's a push for the acceptance of pedophiles. And I honestly don't know. In just the last 2 weeks, footage of a 9-year-old girl went viral showing her pleading with her grandma to believe her about her sexual abuse at the hands of her mom's boyfriend, which I'm not going to show you because it is super distressing. We've also seen so many stories about big groups of trafficked children being saved all over the United States. I found this total weirdo on Instagram the other day. This is his sister. Yep, we're definitely in hell. Reporters in just the last month were asking the White
Okay, ignore the anti-hell, anti-demonic comments that Sydney Watson makes. I'd like to educate people on some things. First thing I'm going to say is Satanic 11 Rules of the Earth. Rule number 9. Okay? Rule number 9 says never hurt small children. Blaming the devil for our society's problems is no different than blaming Sky God for the problems. Oh, excuse me.
House about child exploitation and grooming on apps like TikTok, which, mind you, is a huge problem. Like, don't let your kids do this. It's just... no. It is actually everywhere, and every time I turn around, I feel like we're having some new discussion about pedophilia. And Cuties is yet another example of this. Now, first off, I just want to note that this movie, in and of itself, is not actually good. It definitely didn't move the needle for me. Does anything move the needle for you? T? Cuties is essentially a film that follows the story of Amy, an 11-year-old girl from a strict Muslim family who befriends another little girl who she sees dancing like this in their building's laundromat. Then Amy is introduced to several more girls who ultimately compete in a dance competition together. She's very innocent at the start, but before long she's watching videos of women dancing half naked and introduces those dance moves to her dance crew. I mean, this movie tried so hard to juxtapose the internal struggle of this main character, but just did so badly. I mean, there's a shot where the girls are sitting on the bed eating gummy bears and being all cute and goofy, but then there's also shots where Amy is trying to take off her pants for her uncle so he'll let her keep his phone. Okay, panic room! Now, by the end of the movie, Amy has tried to take a photo of a schoolboy's penis, posted her own vagina on the internet, and is now wearing crop tops and tight pants as a general rule. As you do. Some other notable things that happen in this movie are Amy twerks for 2 security guards to stop them from calling the police. One of the security guards is looking at her like this the whole time. There's just not enough nope in the world. There are scenes where the girls are practicing or just doing their twerking dances while they are slapping each other inappropriately or pulling their clothing, all while the camera zooms in not on their faces, no, children, not their faces, but their and the super creepy thing is, this bizarre zooming in on the kids' body parts is not a once-off thing. I just don't understand what the directors are trying to do here. Who is this aimed at? Seriously, who is this for? I guess the answer to that question doesn't change much because we're all over this now. This film was marketed as a coming-of-age film, which I don't understand at all, because I have in fact been an 11-year-old girl, and this is just a big nope. Bearing that piece of information in mind, I just want to point out that this is what the American film poster looked like prior to release. The original blurb for the film also conflated femininity with twerking. Femininity and twerking, huh? I must have missed the memo on that one. After some serious backlash, Netflix actually changed the original blurb and poster to something more people-friendly and put the bad marketing decisions down to bad marketing. But even in saying that, my question is, who walked into a boardroom meeting about this and thought, yeah, Bruce, I'm on the same page, my guy. I am picking up what you were putting down about this half-naked minors thing. Very good. I'm a big fan. What I find interesting further about all of this is that this film won an award at Sundance Film Festival. And interestingly enough, the co-founder of Sundance Film Festival was found guilty of Molesting a child. This is definitely no. It has also been pointed out that between 650 to 700 little girls with no acting experience auditioned for this movie. Now, I've never worked in film, but a director I know tweeted that this is really strange and questioned what sort of things these girls would be doing during these auditions. I mean, I don't know of anyone who wants to see 700 little girls waving their butts around.
No shit.
Except maybe Epstein
Oh.
and the Clintons. Now, as expected, plenty of publications suggested that this movie is perfectly fine because I'm pretty sure that the media is demonic. Some have suggested that it's a portrait of
No. Social media and all that is not demonic. I am so sick and tired of Satan getting blamed for this shit. When Satanic 11 rules of the earth, you go directly to the Church of Satan's website, Satanic 11 rules of the earth, that says rule number 9, never hurt small children. Okay? No.
growing pains. Others have said that it's a target of a right-wing campaign. Yeah, okay. Others say that it's a provocative powder keg for an age terrified of child sexuality. Okay.
No.
Child and sexuality are two words that don't belong together.
No shit.
Yeah, I mean, these are probably the same people who knew about Epstein and said nothing, so at this point, I'm not sure how seriously we should take their opinions. But if I'm being honest, I do feel like this sort of justification was to be expected. Because there are elements in this movie where we do get a tiny glimmer of what it could have been if it had been executed properly. You know, if you do overlook the 3-minute long super inappropriate dance numbers. Honestly, it could have made a great and well-received point about the sexualization of kids, because it is common and it is everywhere, but instead it inadvertently or maybe even purposefully made a commentary about pedophilia. I mean, here's an example of just one random guy's commentary about this film.
They're pretty hot. And you know, you can say whatever you want about me. It's not my fault. I didn't make them do that. They did that. That's the point. That's the whole point of the movie. Is that you're supposed to be sitting there.
No. Fuck this sick fuck. No, dude. No. What? So some one random asshole's comment on it. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Disgusting sick fuck. Ugh. Okay, why, YouTube? No. I need my pipe tobacco. I need some nicotine to cope with this right now. Why? Ugh. Fucking ridiculous is what this is.
They're thinking, look at the blonde one. You're supposed to be sitting there
No.
holding these two thoughts in
No.
your head, and one that these are kids, and the other that they're hot.
No. Fuck
And,
you. Nasty motherfucker. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay. Put my hat on real quick. 1 second. Shh. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting for pedos. Ha. Sometimes all you need for a pedophile is a double-barrel shotgun. See what I did there? I made a joke. 'Cause I'm full of jokes. But I ain't joking. I wish it were legal to kill pedophiles. I wish it were legal. I so wish it were legal. If it were legal to murder pedophiles. Oh, we.
I don't even know if you're supposed to be comfortable with that. It's more like you're just supposed to be informed that you are.
Fuck this sick fuck. First of all. You're supposed to be informed that people are sexually objectifying children, and that's not okay. And if you think that shit's hot, then you should be chemically castrated. Yeah.
Capable of that, and that you feel that way.
Yeah, and that is an interesting straight to the electric chair. To the wood chipper. FBI.
Exactly, Sydney. To old Sparky with him. I fully support the death penalty for pedophiles. I think that is a beautiful idea. Straight to old Sparky you go.
Build me a panic room. 11-year-old girls are not supposed to be hot, and if this is the takeaway from a completely random person who says that they are, that's completely inappropriate. This is basically exemplifying the fact that this movie is a pedophile's wet Sydney, don't say it, drag.
Completely inappropriate? I highly agree. Yes, I do.
Again? Drapery? Drug? That one's just as bad. So I know that I am not actually saying anything new to you guys about this topic because countless other people have made videos by now. So I do want to direct your attention away from cuties for a second and onto TikTok, the app. Because that is arguably giving us the same thing, but in real life. It is an app predominantly used by young people and teenagers, arguably most of whom have grass for brains. And because the app focuses a lot on dancing and things like that, we have young people who are out here mimicking the dancing and the provocative nonsense that they see from the world around them. Which is precisely what Amy is doing in Cuties. Thank you, Sydney. We got that. Many of these TikTok stars and clips that go viral, in my opinion, are usually not appropriate.
No.
If my kid was out there posting things like this on the internet with their clothes off, I'd be apoplectic. This is the sort of thing that makes me not want to have kids. You know what's better birth control than actual birth control? Other people's children. But
You know what's the best birth control period? Abstaining from sex. Just be like, nope, I'm not having it. The best birth control is just staying single and sexless. It's the best birth control ever. Sure, it might make you depressed, but You don't have to have some bullshit injection.
But on a serious note, kids don't actually realize the implications of posting content like this. It leaves them open to being targeted, exploited, groomed, and so on. There's actually a YouTuber I really like called Anxiety Wars, and he basically just makes videos of himself catching pedophiles. He will message with them, and then he'll
Shout out to Anxiety Wars. That's what's up.
read in his videos the kind of messed up things they say when they think that they're talking to a 12-year-old girl, and the kind of explicit content they want from these girls. But now they don't even have to ask. They can just go on TikTok and find it. They can just go and watch Cuties and find it. This is not okay. But
No,
with the
it's not.
internet and all these new apps and technological advancements and things, the world is not getting less exploitative, and it's only going to get harder for these kids to navigate. That is a fact. One that I am happy for filmmakers to point out, provided that they aren't sexualizing children in the process. In the case of Cuties, I think what some people are failing to realize is that in a perfect world, people would look at the half-naked body of a child and not feel attracted to them. But that isn't the world that we live in. It's not that you and I are looking at these kids and sexualizing them, it's that we're acknowledging the reality that there are people out there who actually will. And wanting to keep kids safe shouldn't be a right-wing position, and it shouldn't even be controversial. I don't know precisely when it happened, but it feels like we went from, well, pedophilia isn't okay, to, it can sometimes be okay provided that the children are consenting. Stop that. Let's take this
real.
other clip, for example.
Let's find some common ground, okay? Right? So we both believe that we all believe that pedophilia is wrong, right? We all
No.
believe that.
Pederasty is wrong.
Oh,
Pedophilia
yes. I'm
is
sorry,
an
you're
attraction, and if not acted upon, they should be lauded for not acting on it. But yes, I understand.
You're right. You're right.
What?
I stand corrected.
What?
Unbelievable.
Acting on pedophilia is wrong.
I know it's
Well,
unbelievable
no.
to you because you're an ignorant little bigot, but we're schooling you, so you'll be fine.
Pass. Yeah, hard pass. Thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. I'm sorry. It's an achievement if you're sexually attracted to children and don't act upon it. Should we then be commending serial killers for not acting out their murder fantasy?
No shit! Oh my fucking god, YouTube. I am beyond sick of it right now. Should probably put this sexy bastard right here back up. Yeah. Put her back up. Are you kidding me right now? No shit. You want to make that fucking argument exactly? Do you want to commend serial killers for not acting upon their sick fantasies? Like, fuck off, dude.
So we're praising people for not being total pieces of shit. That is indeed an interesting thought, but I think
Praising people for not acting upon their piece of shit intentions. Oh wow, golly gee willikers. This video's almost done. Haha. We're going to dispose of this and refill it with some water.
think would work a lot better is electric chair. I mean, even the fact that
Yeah, old Sparky would take care of that just fine.
some of these people are referring to themselves now as MAPS, minor attracted person, to me sort of indicates a push for some type of normalization and acceptance. You're not a MAP. No fancy names for you. And if you like a MAP,
No shit. The fact that people are trying to normalize it really makes me concerned about society. Okay? You want to be gay, you want to be straight, you want to be transgender, you want to be lesbian, fine. I'll support that. Okay? But the second you start going into like dangerous territory, supporting underage, supporting transracial, trans-disabled, I'm like, no. We gotta draw the line somewhere, goddammit. No. That's the problem with acceptance for all. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some moments where you're going to be like, no, this is not okay.
I can have one organized to direct you to the bottom of the ocean with lots of sharks around. Ultimately, I do believe that this is a conversation that we need to have about pedophilia and hypersexualization, because kids are being exposed to hypersexualized imagery, dancing, role models, etc. The consequence.
It is the sad but unfortunate truth that kids are being exposed to an overly sexual society. If kids are watching MTV music videos, etc., they're being exposed to it way too early.
Consequences and implications of seeing this day in and day out should be discussed. But Cuties was not the way to do it.
No
There
shit.
is a way to have that discussion and flesh out that idea without actually sexualizing the children involved.
Thank you!
Just like there is a way to talk about children using drugs without getting kids actually high on drugs. Because it is actually...
Exactly. If you're talking to your kids about drugs and alcohol, you wouldn't give them drugs and alcohol to talk to them about it. So why is Cuties allowed? Disgusting!
really strange to me to make a commentary film about the sexualization of children and how bad it is by actually sexualizing children. Everyone obviously put on their dumb hat that morning. Overall, I do actually think that this movie could have been okay if someone at some point sat down and said, you know what, maybe it's not such a great idea to have little children in crop tops while they dance inappropriately and we zoom in on their genitalia while they hump the floor. That's maybe not a go. So in the end, the major takeaway here is that Cuties is not a good film. And perhaps it started off with the best of intentions, but inevitably it ended up sexualizing the kids that it intended to protect. Sexualizing kids is not okay. Pedophilia is on the rise, and the technological society that we live in with these applications and the exposure that kids have to hypersexualized imagery is not going to make this issue any better, and it's not going to go away at any point. Meaning that calling this sort of thing out is actually really, really, really important, and I don't have a problem doing that.
Now, before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder that you can download Surfshark VPN using the link in the description. When you do, you'll receive 83% off and 3 extra months free.
Now I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think?
You know what I think? You know what I think? I think the movie Cuties should not have been allowed. I think that movie is beyond disgusting, and that women need to be taught they don't have to use their bodies to get attention from men or from society in general. Fuck chomos. I don't give a fuck, dude. Fuck chomos. I don't give a fuck if this video gets demonetized. Fuck chomos. That's how I feel about it. I'm gonna end up age restricting the video anyway because I smoke tobacco and drink alcohol in it, but Thanks for watching, my man. I'll catch you later.